Welcome back to the Hydrohaven channel. Today we're diving into one of nature's most powerful soil healers, a plant that's been revolutionizing agriculture in India for centuries, but remains surprisingly unknown to many Western gardeners. I'm talking about sesbania, often called daincha in India, a remarkable legume that can transform nitrogen-depleted soil into fertile growing ground in a matter of months. If you've ever struggled with stunted plants, yellowing leaves, or disappointing harvests despite your best efforts, nitrogen deficiency might be the hidden culprit. Commercial fertilizers offer a quick fix, but they're expensive, can damage soil biology, and create dependency cycles. Sesbania offers a different approach, one that works with nature to rebuild soil fertility from the ground up. What you'll learn today isn't just theory. I've personally used sesbania to rejuvenate completely exhausted garden beds and transform clay-heavy construction sites into productive growing spaces. By the end of this video, you'll have practical, step-by-step knowledge of how to harness this remarkable plant in your own garden. Let's dive in. What makes sesbania special? Sesbania isn't just another cover crop, it's nature's nitrogen factory operating at maximum efficiency. While most legumes fix modest amounts of nitrogen, Sesbania bispinosa, also known as daincha, and Sesbania rostrata, can add an astonishing 100 to 150 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare in just 50 to 60 days. That's equivalent to over 200 pounds of nitrogen per acre, comparable to heavy applications of synthetic fertilizer, but delivered in a form that builds soil health rather than degrading it. The magic happens through a sophisticated partnership between sesbania and specialized bacteria called rhizobia. These bacteria form nodules on the plant's roots where they convert atmospheric nitrogen, which plants can't use, into ammonia and amino acids, which plants can use. While many legumes form these relationships, sesbania's nodulation is exceptional in both quantity and efficiency. What truly separates sesbania from other green manures is its adaptability to extreme conditions. It thrives in waterlogged soils where most nitrogen fixers would fail. It tolerates salinity levels that would kill most cover crops. It performs well in highly alkaline soils with pH up to 10, and perhaps most importantly for severely degraded land, it establishes successfully even in soils with virtually no existing nitrogen, the very condition that prevents most plants from growing. This resilience makes sesbania the perfect first responder for soil emergency situations, when you need to quickly restore life to soil that seems beyond hope. Varieties for different conditions. Several sesbania species offer nitrogen-fixing benefits, but 3 varieties stand out for specific garden and farm applications. Sesbania bispinosa, also known as daincha, is the all-around champion for general soil improvement. Growing up to 8 feet tall in just 60 days, it produces maximum biomass and nitrogen fixation in well-drained soils. This is your go-to variety for general garden renovation and seasonal soil building between crops. Sesbania rostrata specializes in waterlogged conditions. What makes it remarkable is its ability to form nitrogen-fixing nodules not just on roots but also on its stems, a rare adaptation that allows nitrogen fixation to continue even in flooded soils. If you have low-lying areas or gardens with drainage issues, this variety can transform problems into opportunities. Sesbania sesban, also known as Egyptian sesban, is worth considering for long-term soil improvement projects. As a perennial that can live for 5 to 8 years and grow into a small tree reaching 20 feet, it provides ongoing nitrogen inputs while also offering shade for sensitive crops. Its deep roots break up compacted subsoil while mining nutrients from lower soil layers. When selecting seeds, look for untreated, open-pollinated varieties. Agricultural supply companies in regions with significant Indian or Southeast Asian farming communities often carry sesbania seeds, or they can be ordered online from specialty cover crop suppliers. Planting and growing sesbania. Successfully establishing sesbania is straightforward, but timing and seedbed preparation make a difference in achieving maximum nitrogen fixation. Here's how to get the best results. For optimal growth, plant when soil temperatures reach at least 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. In most temperate climates, this means late spring through mid-summer. Sesbania is frost sensitive, so ensure you have at least 60 frost-free days before your first expected fall frost. Prepare your planting area by clearing existing vegetation and lightly scarifying the soil surface. Full tilling isn't necessary and can damage soil structure. For larger areas, broadcasting seeds at a rate of 25 to 30 kilograms per hectare which is approximately 25 to 30 pounds per acre, provides good coverage. For smaller garden plots, aim for about 1 to 1.5 ounces of seed per 100 square feet. Sesbania seeds have a hard coat that benefits from scarification for quicker germination. For small quantities, you can nick the seed coat with sandpaper or soak seeds in warm water for 24 hours before planting. For larger plantings, mixing seeds with coarse sand and vigorously shaking the mixture in a closed container for 5 minutes creates enough abrasion to enhance germination. Seed depth matters. Sesbania performs best when planted 1 to 2 inches deep. After broadcasting, either rake the seeds into the soil or cover them with a thin layer of compost. In very loose soils, lightly walking over the seeded area helps ensure good seed-to-soil contact. While Sesbania can germinate in dry conditions, initial soil moisture speeds establishment. Water thoroughly after planting and maintain even moisture until seedlings reach 4 to 6 inches tall. After this establishment phase, the plants become remarkably drought-tolerant, often requiring no additional irrigation in most climates. For maximum nitrogen fixation, avoid applying nitrogen fertilizers to your Sesbania crop. High soil nitrogen levels actually suppress nodulation, as the bacteria get lazy when free nitrogen is available. The plant grows perfectly well without added nitrogen, even in severely depleted soils. Timing the green manure effect. The timing of incorporating Sesbania into your soil dramatically affects the nitrogen benefit you'll receive. This timing depends on your specific goals. For maximum nitrogen contribution, allow Sesbania to grow until the early flowering stage, typically 45 to 60 days after planting. At this point, the plant contains the highest concentration of nitrogen in its tissues, with much of it already fixed in the root nodules. The plants will be tall but not yet woody, making them easy to work with. If building organic matter is your primary goal, you can let the plants grow longer, up to 75 days. This produces maximum biomass, but slightly reduces the nitrogen-to-carbon ratio, meaning decomposition will be somewhat slower. To incorporate Sesbania as green manure, cut the plants at the base or mow them to about 2 to 3 inches high. For small garden areas, you can simply chop the stems into 6-inch sections using pruning shears or a machete, then leave them on the soil surface for a week to begin breaking down. After initial wilting, incorporate the plant material into the top 6 inches of soil. In no-till systems, you can simply cover the chopped Sesbania with a layer of compost and allow natural decomposition to occur. Maintaining moist soil conditions after incorporation speeds decomposition and nitrogen release. For maximum benefit, wait 2 to 3 weeks after incorporation before planting nitrogen-demanding crops. This allows initial decomposition to complete and makes the fixed nitrogen available to your next planting. Sesbania represents one of nature's most powerful tools for soil regeneration, yet remains underutilized in many gardening communities. Its exceptional nitrogen-fixing abilities, coupled with its resilience in challenging conditions, make it invaluable for both emergency soil rehabilitation and ongoing fertility management. By incorporating this remarkable plant into your gardening practice, you're not just addressing nitrogen deficiency, you're rebuilding the foundation of soil health from the ground up. And you're doing it using methods refined through centuries of traditional agricultural wisdom. I'd love to hear about your experiences with Sesbania or other nitrogen-fixing plants in the comments below. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to the Hydrohaven channel for more content bridging traditional agricultural wisdom with modern growing techniques. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming video on companion planting strategies that maximize garden productivity. And if you know a fellow gardener struggling with poor soil, share this video. Sesbania might be exactly the solution they've been searching for. Until next time, remember that the most powerful tools for garden success often come directly from nature itself.